So essentially every long in the industry was just annihilated. Open interest on centralized exchanges is apparently down about 50%. And we have some big news happening for crypto and more specifically XRP that I want to get you guys up to date with. So if you're holding XRP, this is the video for you to get fully up to date with the market. And jumping straight into it, we can see here Solana Legend is saying the SEC is about to mass approve ETFs. CME options for Solana and XRP are launching, and he thinks that all-time high in October is possible, even after what just happened in the market. Now, we also have Coin Bureau saying a $200,000 bounty essentially to attack and improve the XRP ledger. So Ripple themselves are actively trying to build out XRP ledger lending protocol and helping in order to make sure that it's protected against potential hackers. They're offering a $200,000 bounty. Now, if we look at the price action of XRP recently, it has been a little bit wild, a little bit uncouth, one might say. And we can see here that it did come down to retest on the candle closes almost exactly previous resistance, sitting right around there, which is lovely to see. Now, after the last wedge pattern we saw forming here, there was an immense breakout. Now, we saw this wedge pattern forming and I was hoping for a breakout, but every time it was a fake out until we got the biggest push to the downside I have personally ever seen in my life. And this annihilated not just my account, but also many others. So this is a learning lesson. We must always use proper risk management. We must always understand that the margin in the account may get annihilated because literally you might wake up and you might see XRP drop from $2.80 to like $1.10, which is I was not expecting that to happen, but these things happen, right? But I got back on the horse. I saw that everyone was scared. And guess what? I opened some new XRP trades here. You see XRP, USDT, 2,400 XR dollars, sorry, in the profit right now. By the way, I've done these trades, including this Doge trade, which is my fourth Doge trade now, $8,000 in the profit. Lovely to see. And weeks, my stop loss was hit on the way down, even in the annihilation. But we can see, as well as that, we also have something interesting. Donald Trump formally signing his peace plan, which not many people are talking about how bullish this could be for the markets. And as we know, XRP, in my opinion at least, is very poised to do very good things if the US stocks and all of that do well, because the US is very bullish on US-based cryptos, and guess what? XRP is the largest one of the US-based cryptos. So on a technical level, I want to see, obviously, $2.37 hold, and I want to see us push back up to this multi-month sloping resistance. If we can break that, it could be very bullish. And for my XRP trade here, in the short term, for anyone who's wondering where my potential take profit regions will be, probably if we can break this resistance, I might take a little bit of profit. Then around here, $2.10, and then around there, what's that? $3.35, and then around the old all-time highs, maybe a little bit before we hit them, just to basically front run other people that might try to take profits there. But also, I want to ride this, guys. I want this to be a big trade here. I haven't used actually really high leverage on this, so I can actually sustain the volatility. As you know from my low leverage strategy here, I managed to sustain the volatility completely, almost in its entirety, apart from the XRP trade, which I did have a stop loss on, which lost me about $1,000. You can see here, complete transparency here. We closed out 911 USDT in a loss. But I did add to the SUI position when I was when everyone else was scared, and I didn't open up another XRP trade in this account. So that's what I'm doing. You can see here the Doge trade is in a little bit of a loss right now, but I'm going to wait patiently here, and that's just something that we need to be able to sustain, right? You need to be able to sustain the pullbacks and the volatility if you are going to trade in this market. Otherwise, you might as well just buy spot and absolutely chill. Buy spot of the projects you research and believe in, and then just chill in the market. Now, I found this really interesting. This is from Pix On Chain. You can check him out on Twitter yourself. Heard this once and can't stop thinking about it. Coins with the most AI trained content will keep attracting the normies. Think about it. There's so much XRP and Cardano content on the internet that ChatGPT just absorbed it all. So when normies show up again and ask what to buy, it sends them straight to the bags with the most written history. And as this cycle proved, they do pump quite heavy once this happens. And I think it will keep happening. Now ask yourself, what other pre-2017 coin has the same carbon footprint? That's something you can ask yourself, or you can simply think about XRP for this example, because right now we don't have normies searching much for Bitcoin, although it is ticking up, which is nice to see. And we don't have them searching much for altcoins, not really picking up. And let's take a look at what normies are searching for. Are they searching for XRP? A little bit of a tick up. So what we're seeing is that case in point. Now, I've always considered these community coins, is what I like to call them, as probably some of the most bullish, because the communities behind them rally with them. So what I mean by that is if the token price moves, they start talking about it. And this is like free publicity, basically. So for me personally, even after the annihilation on the weekend, I'm still bullish on this market. I'm still preparing for the upside, but I'm very much adamant that I will be taking profits probably too early. And I'll first take profits from my leverage positions, then I'll take profits from my spot bags. And I'll keep you guys up to date with everything I'm seeing in this market when I see it. So if you fancy it, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you over in the group. Peace.